Great, let's start with mantra. Om Vang me manasi pratishthitam mano me vachi pratishthitam aviravirma edhi vedasyama anistha shrutam me ma prahasihi anenadhitena horatran sandadhami Ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are becoming more and more technical. We are going deeper and deeper into the Vedic vision and imagery and practice, and that becomes a little bit overwhelming. But let me go through the text. We already stopped at the number 6. It was the last one, I think. No, it was next one. Yeah. No, it was the previous one. I will start with number 7. Pranutyam vipram adhvareshu sadhum agnim hotaram ilate namobhih. Ayastatana rodasi ritena nityam rijanti vajanam gharitena. If we understand immediately, it is so royal. The language is royal. And notice there are hardly any compositors. Vedic language does not like compositors. Hardly ever. Yeah? It's very rare you will find any samasas. So the words are standing by themselves. The words have to have their own position, as it were. So even the words like prefixes, they have separate positions from the verbs and from the nouns. They can be in any position, in front, at the end, in the middle. So pranutyam vipram, men seek with their obeisances of submission this illumined strength that achieves our perfection in the progressing sacrifices and is the priest of their oblation. Because he shapes in the power of the truth both firmaments of our being, him they press into brightness by the clarity, the eternal steed of life's plenitude. Now look at this, overloaded with poetic imagery words. Yes, him they press into brightness by the clarity, the eternal steed of life's plenitude. And Aurobindo gives a footnote here. By the clarity, Gharitena, he made many comments on this word. The clarified bhate, yield of the cow of light, and the symbol of the rich clarity that comes to the mind visited by the light. Now, the mind may receive that clarity of the higher light, and that is the yield which comes from the cow and makes our mind like a clarified butter, like ghee. By the way, this image of ghee is used also in the later literature, in Yoga Sutras, and so the dhyana level, when there is concentration without any effort, effortless concentration, it is compared with ghee, with ghritam. It's like a buttery kind of substance, which is warm and golden and pure. That state of consciousness. Yeah? Anuradha, you wanted to say something?
No, I had this funny image once when I was trying to explain Ghritam. This idea that the mind normally is like butter. It's like opaque and thick, and you can't see through it. And it's only when you apply the fire of will, that fire to it, that it gets translucent and shines and allows a transparency to happen. And then when that butter again then nourishes the agni, which then again burns brighter and melts more of the butter. I mean that ghee, sorry, that ghee then is poured back into the agni, which burns brighter and then which again melts more butter, and that's the kind of a positive circle that happens, circuit.
So the more you offer to the fire, the more you receive the clarity. Yeah, this is beautiful. We have with us a new person, Rashmi. Rashmi, would you like to present yourself? Because we have Rashi is here now, Gitanjali and Rashmi. I think it was Anuradha, your person whom you introduced, no? Rashmi. Would you like to say a few words about yourself? Because
Hi. Yeah. Hi. So let me see if my camera is working.
Okay. So we have Rashi, we have Rashmi. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I got introduced by Rashi actually.
Oh, by Rashi. Oh, so sorry. I thought it was Anuradha.
Yeah, so Rashi had introduced me, and this is my very first time I'm being, introduced to Vedas in general, and haven't read a word before. So this is the very first time I'm even hearing anything. But really glad to, have this space and a platform to really, learn any bit of it, whatever I can, take up. But really glad. Thank you.
Okay, very nice, Rashmi. This is, of course, it could be overwhelming where we are now, because we are going deeper into the hymns and looking into the symbolism, which is very psychological and profound, but very illuminating our consciousness. Every time we come out uplifted in some way. Yeah? So that's what we are looking for, how to use it psychologically for our development.
But do not get scared, because I can sit on a bed with a cushion behind my head and try to study Vedas. So you'll be fine. Don't worry. Right, Vladimir?
Yes, absolutely. And the more you do it.
My office table, but today I'm not. I have a little injury, so I'm on the bed. But I'm all ready, all there. And Rashmi has just spent a long time in Aurobindo without knowing anything why she was in Aurobindo. Because some Rashi told her to go to Aurobindo and she just come back from Aurobindo after having all that has happened to her life. So that is the basic premise. Let me just say it that way. Otherwise, she's an entrepreneur. She has 305 billion ideas to manifest in this world for conscious living. So she's in a perfect place.
Oh, yes. Then it is totally right place for you. You will gather the luminous ideas, the luminous strength to manifest your ideas.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
You can see, Rashmi, how beautiful and soft and gentle and perfect Vladimir is.
Right?
Right. And you'll also meet the other people, like amazing, beautiful people. I just come to see them and look at them. And that's why I'm here. So welcome.
Yes. We have a super company with people who study these things for years and who are drawn to this brightness of the truth which is coming from the Vedas. The Vedas were our beginning, they will be our end, as Aurobindo says somewhere. So we have to see what is there so deep and profound and so poetic and luminous and true in a way, psychologically true for us. So we speak about Agni, the mystic fire. Who is this Agni? Agni is that aspiration. It's just for Rashmi a few words. That aspiration within us, within our heart, within our nature, which is aspiring for the higher truth. It is that engine of our evolution. We cannot stop. We are constantly, as the Veda says, we are the ever advancing pilgrim. Yeah, we are the pilgrims who are ever advancing. We cannot stop on our path. We can only grow in consciousness. There is no other option for us, and that is the fire within us. Yeah? It burns also flames within the heart as aspiration of our soul towards the truth. So here we speak about this fire, how to make it grow, what it means really. So we are in the book 5, hymn 1, verse 7. So you came into the middle of the verse, but hymn, but still. So, pranu tiam vipram adhvareshu sadhum agnim hotaram ilate namobhih. So men seek him with adoration. Ilate. So that is the term which Aurobindo is using, id to adore, and from here also to seek with adoration. Aurobindo puts etymological meaning of e to move and ig to seek, to be eager, to aspire, that eagerness, yeah, or aspiration, or towards something, into this word. In other places he translates agnimile, the first verse of I seek Agni with adoration. Yeah? Not I adore Agni, I seek with adoration. I move towards him with adoration. I aspire to find him with love. Yeah? And this is something more charged than simply adore Agni. I adore Agni, so what? No, I don't adore. I want Agni with adoration. I'm kind of aspiring to find him, to realize him within myself, to kindle him. So ilate hotaram, they are seeking him with adoration. Men seek him with adoration and surrender. Namobhih, with not one surrender, but many surrenderings. So one by one, surrendering one part after the other, we bring as if oblation into this fire. We give all our being, all ourselves, all we have, all we want to become. We offer to this divine flame within us, to this divine will kindled within us. The priest of the offering to the gods, that is him, that priest who calls to the higher powers of consciousness to manifest in our life. On the path of their successive sacrifices, the gods are coming one by one and generate within us changes, within our parts of our being, of our feelings, emotions, thoughts, knowledge. And they change. These higher powers of higher consciousness come down and brought down by the priest, the divine will within us. He calls to them and they answer to him, to his call. The one who can bring them to the goal of the work. He can make them do the work here and change our substance. The ecstatic being, him who has spread the two firmaments of heaven and earth by the dynamism of the truth supreme, always purifying the power by the clarity of knowledge. So you can see so much clarity, luminosity, knowledge. So who has spread our mental and physical consciousness, who established the heaven and earth in their places and holds them together. It is him, that fire, that first crack, who cracked the oneness of heaven and earth. And when they were cracked, that fire in between turned into be three fires. The essence of heaven became Surya, sun. The essence of earth became Agni. And the essence of Antariksha, Vayu. So that one Agni became triple Agni. And that triple Agni is mentioned also in Nachiketa's myth. That is the triple Agni he wanted to learn about. That original Agni.
Vladimir Mohoday, Tatra tu, he's talking of 5 Agnis, the Panchagni Vidya.
Oh, Panchagni Vidya is another knowledge. Yes, it's a traveling of Soma from the moon down to earth and back to the moon. That was the knowledge. Panchagni Vidya was the knowledge of the Kshatriyas, not of the Brahmins. It is given in Chandogya, by the way, and Chandogya is known as the Kshatriya's initiation. And there he even mentions this, that you're Kshatriya, you're the king, I'm coming to you to learn about this. And he says that this knowledge was not given to Brahmins. That was Kshatriya's knowledge of the Soma traveling. Now, what is that Soma traveling? Is the... we spoke about this before, most probably, I don't remember. From the moon to earth and back. So when our souls are born here in the physical body, we accumulate all the resources from nature. From the physical nature we take the physical elements, build the physical body. Everyone has a very specific physical body. Did you notice? We are not the same physical bodies. So everybody has different nature because we are born in a particular time and space, in a particular lagna. And in that particular time and space, the devatas or the rashis, Rashi is here, the angles of contribution of the stars and planets are important, because when they shine onto us in that moment, they bring a particular contribution of certain energies, materials, character, way of thinking, way of feeling, and that's why we are born all different. It's quite interesting. So they invest into our birth. So they invest into our bodies, into our vitality, into our mentality. We think in a particular way. We have a particular character. So this is how they invest. Nakshatras invest into our body, behind which there are devatas, the godheads. Yeah? And once that investment is made, so what happens here, that we have investment from the nakshatras and investment from the grahas, or the Surya solar system. There are two different investments. Yeah, the investment from the solar system is our soul, as it were. Yajamana comes from the sun. The sun is the portal or the gate to the beyond, from which the soul is arriving into our solar home. And here on earth we are born as Yajamana, and these investments of the bigger cosmos of nakshatras and the moon is taking place. They are giving us the material to build our bodies, Soma. And from here we have this idea of Agni Shoma. Yeah? Agni Shoma is the Dvandva of the Veda, of the Rig Veda. Agni and Soma, the two building blocks of our being. The Devayana and Pitriyana. Yeah. Yeah.
I could not. Yes. The last part wherein you said nakshatra invested. So nakshatra is the stars, right? No, the position of the planets.
No, it is the stars, the constellations, the bigger cosmos around us, our galaxy constellations. Yeah. These stars which are visible when the moon is moving. Say it again.
Yeah. How does it help in the formation of the physical body, like you said? Yeah.
When we are born, but just look at us, look at yourself, look at just your body. You are born in a particular time from particular parents, yes? And you have a special character, special body, special set of diseases, capacities, incapacities, this, that, character, psychology. Everyone has different problems, different strengths, and it's amazing when you think of it, you know. So all the varieties, where it comes from. So the cosmos, the bigger cosmos, in which there's our solar system. Have you seen how our solar home is, how the sun is traveling around the galaxy? Somebody made a very good installation or picture. Not picture, but that animation where the sun moves and all the planets rotate around the sun, and how it moves in the waves. There are waves, like 26,000 years waves. So it moves around the galaxy, the sun, and all the planets follow him in these rotating wheels and leaving the traces. It's amazing. If you see from the perspective of the bigger cosmos, you will see that our solar home is actually a bubble. Around the sun, these planets holding the space. Something is happening here, some magical, sacrifice. And we are born into this home, solar home, as a group soul of humanity. And we are nourished by the grahas. Grahas are investing into our soul development, so to say. Grahas and Surya is on one side solar calendar, and moon and nakshatras on the other side is the moon calendar. We have two calendars, solar and moon calendar. Or we have Devayana and Pitriyana, right and left hand. If you face the east, to the right there will be Pitriyana and the Dakshina, the Pitris, and to the left there will be the north, and it will be Devayana, and the polar star which holds our galaxy, around which the whole galaxy moves. So if you look from the physical point of view, even, I'm just taking the physicality of our cosmos as the symbol of some spiritual event. So according to the ancient knowledge, to the Vedas and to nakshatras and grahas are two different systems of our double process of evolution of the soul and the body. The body is our soma, investment into the development of the immortality in the physical world, so to say. Greenery, this organic matter which reproduces itself, which feeds us. We are fed, our bodies are fed constantly by some soma, by some food, food which is eatable, annam, eatable, and we can live. We can live how we live because we are invested by the bigger cosmos. We took all the elements, physical elements, vital elements, mental elements from the cosmos, and put it into the frame of our bodies around the soul. Soul is the center which came from the sun, and evolves here, but it took onto itself the cosmos and built this body. The cosmos taken onto our soul become a body. Just think for a second how complex it is. Beautiful.
This sounds like a fairy tale.
Well, it's a big fairy tale we live in, definitely. Yes. Yes,
another way that I understand it through sounds. So if one looks at the entire universe as being vibrations, energy and vibrations, then on the Earth's body, so the Earth itself is nothing but a conglomeration of various kinds of densities of vibrations. So on the Earth's vibrations, the closest bodies, like we know the moon has its direct impact not just on the liquids of the earth but also on the liquids of the being. So especially we see the humors rise and fall as the moon becomes full and disappears, no? So waxes and wanes. And then so on the earth's atmosphere, in the vibratory atmosphere, those bodies that are those celestial bodies that have the most powerful impact are those of the planets closest. So every human birth is like a vibration, is like a, it's like what do you say, a compendium, or like it's like a package of vibrations that enters into the Earth's atmosphere. And it enters, so as we enter, it's also the solidification of the natural elements. So there is a solidification of the earth, and with the earth it has its own vibratory nature, the fire, the water element, the fire element, the air element, the space element. All of that composes our annam that you were talking about. The annam is composed of all of that, and each of these is influenced vibrationally by the impact. So every birth is an important vibrational package that enters into the Earth's atmosphere. On that package, there is an impact of the planets,
And
and therefore,
yeah.
and the impact of the planets, and therefore, since the planets' movements are constant, they will exert a constant force on the movement of this
Absolutely.
vibration.
So whenever their time is coming, then they are activated in you, that investment, what they put into your formation of your body, your mind, your other. So when there is a time of a particular nakshatra, it is a time of that sacrifice, activation of that particular formation of force. Yeah. And that's why in that moment of time, some kind of people who are born under that star become more prominent, get more possibilities to act in that particular fashion. They are in the resonance with the same force which gave them right to act. So this is what constitutes the Jyotisha, basically. Yeah? Jyotisha is built on the recognition of these forces.
Could we also understand Soma? Because Sri Aurobindo says that Soma is that underlying bliss of existence. Na? So, because the nature of the consciousness that is the substratum of our being is Soma eventually. No? It is that Brahma Chetana, which is Satchidananda Swarupa. So, Ananda is the very foundation on which everything is formatted, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the first emanation of the true being and consciousness in the form of outpouring of the delight. Yeah, and that emanation creates the whole world. So everything is built on the emanation of the Ananda Maya Purusha. But what is interesting is the Soma. Soma was brought down into this darkness, yes, as the element of the immortality which could sustain and change, and that is that substance of food, as it were. Now, the Pancha-Agni Vidya, why we are speaking so long about the whole this composition, because Pancha-Agni Vidya relates to Pitriyana, to this movement of Soma, from Agni to Agni. There are 5 Agnis, and when the Soma, the soul, moves from moon down to Parjanya, to the space between heaven and earth, then by Parjanya and Vata and Vayu it is gathered, and in the rain form it falls on earth. It is first sacrifice, first oblation of Soma into the fire of Antariksha, which is Parjanya. Falling onto the fire of earth, I'm just describing Pancha-Agni Vidya. That should not be mistaken with 5 levels of 5 koshas. So falls into the fire of earth, where it becomes greenery, that very greenery which is our food, without which there will be no life on earth. Yeah? There would be no living creatures, because this greenery is soma. These flowers, plants, trees, they can reproduce themselves. They produce the seeds, which produce the other beings. They have lifetime. They live, they are born, and they die. Trees and flowers, yeah? They are living creatures. We should not forget about that. They live. And they create that juice without which there is no life embodied in the physical. And that is when man eats that greenery, that is another sacrifice. He takes the food and puts on the fire of himself. It's the third fire, which becomes the seed which he casts into the fire of the woman, into the womb. And that is another sacrifice, becomes the being, born being. When it is born, it is cast into the fire of life, whereas the last fire would be the samadhi fire of the burial ground. So these are the 5 fires, and then he goes to the moon as a soul, where the gods of these nakshatras who invested into his life come and partake of his soma, of all his impressions, of all his what do you call them? Experiences. They partake of his experiences. Why? Because for them it is impossible to know how to change and grow. They are typal beings in a way. But through the soul involved on earth, they learn something they will never be able to get, that particular experience of change. And through this, they change. So we are changing the whole cosmos through our own change every time. So all our experiences, all the investments they made into us, they partake and they learn from us about themselves, how to become more and more divine. This is amazing, just to think about it. Yeah? So the Godheads are actually typal beings who are invited here to the sacrifice by Agni, by our calling from within the heart, and they come and they partake in this change, and by that they can change, they can grow in consciousness and learn about the Supreme. Okay, I stop here because it's too much already, I know. It's a big loop. How the cosmos is being changed. Yes?
This is time for party. What you have said, it's like cheers. Let's
Cheers.
Lovely.
Yes, it's a kind of cheers. We understood finally what we are doing here. Yes, Rashi. You're partying there. We don't see you partying. You had some injury, you said. What injury did you have? Shall we concentrate and heal you with... You are the healer, but healer also has to be healed sometimes.
Vladimir, there is a typal being who's learning to heal himself through my body. Please know.
You took on it to yourself some typal beings to heal. You're good.
You only just told us. So I'm a quick learner. What you say, I use. I have to understand. I use it. I'm allowing those cosmic beings to know how to heal their back because of climbing mountains in Himalayas.
Very nice. Be careful only. Don't take too much onto yourself. Like offer it to the Supreme. Let that power come and heal.
Yes, Vladimir.
You hurt your back by walking, yeah?
Yeah, my pedometer showed that I climbed like 19 floors. Which of course, because I found a beautiful river and I didn't think it was so deep and it was so steep. And after I reached there was no way to come out and without climbing that mountain back up. So after that, it has been really difficult. So I'm going through physiotherapy, but today, yeah, we don't have to talk about me, Vladimir.
Yeah, we need you're part of this team. So we send you all the energy to make it right, to put it proper.
Thank you, Vladimir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Actually, I was also, because my mind and my body are in some other realm all the time, I kept waiting for Tuesday 8:30, and then 8:30 I forgot that it is Tuesday today. So I was feeling so bad for missing 9 minutes, and now you're spending 9 minutes on me. This is just like 18 minutes gone to the cosmos.
No problem. It is the cosmos. We are the cosmos. So here about this Panchagni Vidya, Agni is on each level partaking of the Soma, taking it from the highest to the lowest and back. This is the loop of Pitriyana. There is at the same time loop of Devayana, which we go through all the grahas. Yeah, we move towards the sun and we enter the sun for no return. And Devayana is the development of our soul, Pitriyana is the development of our embodied state. And they are going parallel ways. We don't see them in parallel ways. It's like left and right, yeah? That's why we have double nature, 2 eyes, 2 hands, left and right. The whole cosmos is built in this particular format, duality, as it were. So here we are, pranutyam vipram advareshu sadhum. So men seek with adoration vipram, the ecstatic priest, advareshu, in his pilgrimages, sacrifices, in his moving forward, sadhum, the one who leads us straight to the goal. Sadhu is the one who leads us to the goal, actually, literally. Yeah? Sadhayati, who is Sadhayati, he is Sadhu, who brings us so from here sadhana as a discipline, because it leads us to the goal, to the aim. Agnim Hotaram, Agni, the invoker of, or the summoner of the gods, Ilate, they, men, they seek with adoration, with their surrenderings. Surrender, I like that, not with one surrender, but with many, namobhi. Not with one namas, but with many. On every level. Yes, you have to surrender everything one by one, in time and space. Ayastatana, who spread Rodasi, these 2 luminous firmaments. These luminous firmaments are heaven and earth. They are from the beginning equal and one, as Sri Aurobindo says. But they became split, and got split. They became hierarchical. Heaven became above, earth below, and space in between. But in the supramental world, they are one and the same. The power and knowledge are one and the same. Only here they are changed. Yeah? Nityam Marijanti Vajanam Garitena, who are constantly purifying the steed full of plenitude, the Vajinam, Garitena, with their clarity. Very symbolic picture. And then, Marjaliom Regiatis Veda Monach, Kavi Prashasto Atitich Shivonach, Sahasra Shringo Vrishabhasta Doja, Vishwam Agni Sahasa Prasi Anyan. Marjaliach, the one who is fond of purity, fond of washing or delighting in purification. It's from mrij root, yes, to purify, to cleanse. Marjalyach is the Vedic word, only in the Rig Veda you can meet it. Means the purifying one, or the one who is fond of purification. Mrigyate is purified, Svedamunach, in one's own home. So bright, he is rubbed bright, expressed by the seer, domiciled in his own home. And our beneficent guest, the bull of the 1,000 horns, because thou hast that force or strength, thou precedest in thy puissance all others. I am simplifying the translation. Purifier is purified in his own home, praised by the poets, our merciful guest, bull with 1,000 horns shining with that power, O Agni, you exceed all by your strength. The words are quite clear here, you can see them, yes? Sahasra Shringa with 1,000 horns. It is this Bahuvrihi compound, the one who has 1,000 horns. Vrishabha, the bull. Tadojah, of that force, again another Bahuvrihi compound. Vishwan, Agne Sahasa, all you by force. Prasi, praasi, anyan. You're forwarding or exceeding all others with your power. Atithich Shivonach, he is the guest. Kavi Prashastach, praised by the poets. Shivach, he is Shivach, merciful or beneficent. Yeah? Svedamunach, domiciled in one's own home. Purified, loving, purification, he is purified. He is praised by the poets. He is the guest in our home. He is the beneficent guest in our home. With 1,000 horns, the bull of that greater transcendental force exceeds or overcomes all these beings with his force. He has that transcendent force. Here Sri Aurobindo gives 2 notes, domiciled in one's own home, that is to say, having taken his place on the plane of the truth, which is his own proper home of Agni, supramental world. And then next one.
Sorry, can you just also explain a little bit the connection between the Vrishabha and the Agni there? The bull,
you can explain.
No, I'd like to listen to you there.
No, please, it would be nice to hear some other voice. Vrishabha and Agni, please, yes. 1,000-horned.
I mean, it's interesting because in the Sahasrara also you have this 1,000, the 1,000 petal, no? So that number 1,000 has a certain, the way I understand it, it has a certain correlation with the worlds and the subworlds and the subworlds, and that where you have the 49, it starts with the 3, then the 21, the 7, then the 21, the 22 is the, so each world having the other 2, the one above and the one below within it. So it becomes 21 that way. And then each world having all the 7 worlds above and below it, that becomes 49, and 50 is the perfection of that. And you keep multiplying it into its, in different powers. And then
50 below, 50 above, then it is 100. 100 is an infinity, and this 1,000 is a greater infinity. It's just, 1,000 is the same 100. 10, 100 and 1,000 are in the different kind of realm viewed, yes, in manifestation of infinity. So it's narrowing down to 10. Then 100, then 1,000 goes beyond any comprehension. So here he is mentioned with 1,000 horns, could be 1,000 petals, very beautiful idea. The Lord of 1,000 petals, or 1,000 horns. That means infinite powers of the divine, which we cannot comprehend. Usually 1,000 is the number of infinity, as Aurobindo says in the Veda. It's not to be counted how many, but he does counting. He speaks about 10 sisters, 10 fingers, and then he speaks about 100 as 49, 49, 1 and 1, 50, 50 together is 100, infinity. And then he says that 1,000 is the number of total infinity beyond. So if, yeah, go ahead.
So in the Purusha Sukta, so Purusha Sukta, you have the Sahasra Shirsho, no? That idea of 1,000, but there it's 1,000 heads. But then the Vrishabha also, if I remember clearly, had to do with having those 4 legs, and was that the connection there? I wasn't very
Vrishabha, I don't think it has something to do with 4 legs, but more with horns. Yes, how many horns? And 1,000 horns and 4 horned. Sometimes it is with 4 horns, Purusha with 4 horns. And Aurobindo says, what are these 4 horns? It is Satchit, Tapas and Ananda, or Satchit, Ananda and Vijnana, 4 horns. Yeah? 4 major manifestations of the transcendental. Why horns? Because they're going up, most probably. This is the symbol. Yeah, they connect us to the upper worlds.
But why bull?
Bull, yeah, it's a metaphor again, because Vrishabha is literally the one who conceives, the one who brings the spirit into manifestation. And bull is conceiving. His major quality was recognized as conceptual quality. Yes, you know, that bullish kind of nature. When bull has
also was it,
red eyes.
So then I'm also wondering if it has to do with the image of the cow, which is the nourisher and the feeder, like the cow, the light, and therefore, and also because it was a more agrarian society, so the symbols they were using were really the lifelines of an agrarian society, which were the cow and the bull, and therefore these were natural symbols to represent the higher consciousness that they were experiencing.
Yeah,
and
the bull is
and
the
bull
Lord.
has that Satyam, and the bull has that also, that force, that everything. The bull represents that in the animal. I mean, in the agrarian community.
Yeah,
I think the
the
bull is the
bull
most
is very
powerful.
mighty. Yeah, if you see the bull really in the rage, it's better not to come close. Yeah, it is. He will not be stopped easily. Bulls are not stopped easily. Even lions know about this. They run away from the bull who is in rage. They cannot manage the bull. Bull has to be in a different state of being. But when he is a master, and he takes care of his herds, you know, 1 bull and many cows. Yeah. Have you seen how they are in the herds? There is always 1 master, and there are maybe like 100 cows and 1 bull, and they're going together. That is the herd. Yeah? I came once in the mountains to these cows who were there, you know, in the fields, and I thought, oh, so nice cows, and there was a bull with them. And he kind of recognized that we admired his cows, and he started to with this, you know, hoof. His chest became 3 times bigger than he was. We understood that we had to run from that place. He was showing his strength. Don't come to my cows. It's my herds. So this is the master who conceives, who brings the light of knowledge and all the beings into existence. That's why most probably Nandi is the Vahana of Shiva, of Rudra. And also of Maheshwari, notice of Maheshwari, because Maheshwari is the force, the divine force of that Sat, of the pure being existence. Yeah, well, that's the bull, most probably. That's why. Yes, Rashi, you're still with the bull?
I love the Maheshwari part the most, because Navratri is just gone, no? And every time you have to connect to the essence. And Vivan always wonders what is really the true meaning of all these, the animals, the weapons, the colors, the light. So it's lovely. Thank you, Vladimir. And thank you, Anuradha.
Sure. Yeah, each god had, has a vahana of some kind. Mushaka vahana of Ganesha, they found for him such a small vahana. Yeah. But Mushaka is from root mush, to steal, actually. You know that, yes? Mushaka is a stealing one. And that is the same Indo-European etymology, yes? Mice, mouse, mish in Russian, mushaka. But nobody knows that it is from stealing. Mushnati. Mushaka.
No, it's interesting that story that Francis, from Germany, she has just sent us the Panchatantra story of the sage who received that mushaka that falls, and then he wants to marry. He makes it into a girl and wants her to marry the sun, and the sun says, "No, no, no, the clouds are greater than me." And then the south said, "No, no, I will not marry," because he wants to find the best bride for the best. What do you say?
Yeah. A match there.
Yeah, husband for her. Then the sun says, "No, no, no, not me." The clouds said, "No, no, no, not us." The wind said, "No, no, no, not us." The mountain said, "No, no, no, the mouse is always within us and making all the holes." So he reduces her back to a mouse and marries her back to the mouse. Now I'm just thinking, because Ganesha is also, as a lot of the big ears, so he needs that mushaka to go into everything and to find out and find the right places and all.
Okay. I know that elephants are afraid of mice because they damage their feet. They can eat the scratch from below, and they cannot protect themselves. And they hate, and they're afraid of mice. When they see mice, they run away. So Ganesha, he is kind of I do not know how they are related together, but Ganesha is not an elephant. He has only a head of an elephant by chance. Otherwise, he is a boy. Ganapati, created by Parvati herself, from her own body, from the saffron of her body. Quite amazing, yes? Nobody could conquer him. They had to fight with him together with Vishnu, and all their armies have to fight against one Ganesha. Right. Yes. So Vrishabha, and there are other vahanas like peacock for Skanda and so on, yes? Everyone has his own vahana, amazingly. So he overcomes all. And then the next, yes, one more. The force of truth. What is this force? That tadojas. Yeah? Tadojas, the force of the truth, the perfect energy that belongs to this perfect knowledge. So the perfection of knowledge and force is achieved within the Agni. That's also important to know. He is not only knowledgeable, but he is also powerful in accordance with the knowledge. So he knows how to transform everything, change everything. And then the next, we have few more verses from this. Unfortunately, we will not be able to finish today. Prasadyo agne ati eshi anyan aviryasmai charutamo babhutach ilenio vapushio vibhava priyo visham atithich manushinam. At once, O strength, the outstrippest all others, in whom thou art manifested in all the glory of thy beauty, desirable, full of body, such a beautiful image, extended in light, the beloved guest of the human peoples. Atithih manushinam. O Agni, your superiority to all the others at once becomes obvious, for whose sake or purpose you have been revealed, manifested, you who is to be sought with adoration, Ilenia, the wonderful Vapushiyah, the master of great light, Vibhava, the beloved of people, Priyo Visham, the guest of the human beings, Atithih Manushinam, or the guest of the mental beings. Yeah, these are all epithets of Agni. By the way, in my if you have my the whole set, at the end I have written down all the epithets from book 5, from 28 hymns. And it is quite a list. I will show you maybe now, just for you to see. It's at the end as appendix. I made several appendixes here. Oh. This is what we
have this. Do we have this with us?
I do not know. You see, I made it in accordance with all just how Agni is called in 28 hymns. You would be surprised how many names he has. It's like a long list.
He's been frozen, right?
I'm frozen?
Yeah.
Am I frozen? Hello? Am I back? So you can see the whole list here. Here it is.
Vladimir, we had lost you for a bit, so you can repeat whatever you said. You were frozen.
I mean, you have to read
long epithets. That's why.
Yeah. You have to read these epithets. You will be surprised how beautiful they are. I give them with the traditional, with the dictionary meaning and with Sri Aurobindo's meaning. You can see both and just think about it, what it really means. Yeah. Shveto Vaji, this is in our hymn, yeah? The white steed, he is also.
I just want to ask you, the last few verses we've been doing, you've not been sharing Savitri sentences like the way you had done earlier.
Right, because most probably I thought it was enough for the first, and then... but if you want us to always find something in Savitri, it's very doable.
Yeah, I don't know, it was just it was nice, that whole connection that you were drawing.
Sure, it will be that. I will have in each hymn, but not for each verse, because it is already overwhelming. If you read the whole hymn, you will be full of things. So I don't think you would want more Savitri or more in one hymn. But we are reading it in pieces. That's why it may be lacking. You feel that it could be there. So it's like, you see how many pages I have, 200 something, 50 pages or 60 for this book 5, 267. It's only one file, Rigveda book 5, hymns, 28 hymns to Agni. And I made many appendixes. You can see them here on Maya appendix, on Tvashtara and Ribhus. We will study the whole Vedic vision through hymns of Agni, because they are all mentioned. Agni brings all the goddess into action, so we need to know what they are and how they act through him in the sacrifice.
So where are we on this, Vladimir, in this list of 5.1?
We are in this one here.
Super! That's wonderful. We have so much to learn.
So sorry, we are so slow. Yeah, I know.
No, we are awesome, Vladimir. Till the time we are alive, we can keep
We aim
doing.
to do all of this, right?
Yeah, we maybe we will speed up. We will speed up. I hope. I hope we will.
But it's good like this. I mean, having discussions and things emerging out of it.
Yeah. It should be okay as long as it is okay. I want you to participate, because without knowing deeper meaning in of these things, what's the point of rushing through? It's like not paying attention to those luminous visions of the rishis. So here it is, what we read with you, Abodhi Agnih. So we read up till number 9. Yeah, in 3 sessions, I think, or 4 sessions. It's very, very dense. If I read to you once all these 9, you will be overwhelmed with meaning. It's very important at the end to read the whole hymn and to feel all the fibers, all the vibrations, how they are interwoven into one tapestry of the rishi. Yes. Awaken is the Agni by the kindling of those who are born in the body, and he moved towards the dawn as the mother cow approaching him to feed as his calf. And we also woke up in the morning full of energy, rising straight forward as the flames of Agni towards heaven. Awoke is the priest, the summoner of the gods, to sacrifice here the higher powers of consciousness. He rose upward with beautiful mind in the morning, and his flaming substance became visible. Thus the great God was released out of the darkness. And when he revealed in all the lengths, all the powers he was concealing within himself, when he, with his luminous energies, became luminous and pure, shining with the herds of the dawn, from the far she, the discerning one, yoked her workings with his workings. She spread vast, and he rose upward high, feeding her on her with his offerings. Agnimacha devayatam manansi. I'm here now. Chakshun Shiva Surya Samcharanti. All the minds of those who seek the divinity come to him, to the divine will kindled within us. The same as all the visions and knowledge reassemble within the sun, the supramental knowledge sun. Yad imsuvate ushasa virupe, when they produce him, the dawn and dusk, the two, dawn and night, different in form as the white steed born in front of the days. Janishtai Janiyo Agre Ahnam, he, the noble one born in front of the days. Hito Hiteshu, the established one within established one. Arusho Vaneshu, the ruddy one within the delights. Dame Dame Saptaratna Dadhanach, in every house, in every body, he establishes the 7 jewels. Agnihota Nisha Sada Yajiyan, Agni, the summoner of the gods, set within, sacrificing even more, transforming more and more our existence. Agnirhota Ni Asidat Yajiyan, he sat down, sacrificing more and more, upasthematuch, in the lap of the mother, of the divine mother, surabha uloke, in the great pure world. Yuva Kavich, the young poet, Purunishta, established in many places, Ritava, possessor of the truth, Dharta Krishtinam, sustainer of all the peoples who are cultivating here the earth. That's we are the people who kindled the fire within ourselves, cultivating the earth. We are the earth which we are cultivating. Utamadhya idhach, and even in the middle he is kindled. Not only on earth in heaven, but also in the middle he is working. Pranutyam vipramadhvareshu sadhum agnim hotaram iratena mobhich, and they are seeking him with adoration, the summoner of the gods, the flame, the one who leads straight to the goal in our pilgrimage sacrifices, the ecstatic priest. They seek with adoration and surrendering to him step by step all their existence. Ayach Tatana, the one who spread this heaven and earth, Rodosi, this luminous firmaments, Ritena, with the dynamic truth. Nityam Rejanti Vajanam Karitena, and they cleanse him. That's they, it's we, the human beings, we cleanse him constantly with the clarified butter, with the clarity which is born in our mental being. That clarity we receive from the dawn is purifying our mentality, and with that purified mentality we cleanse the fire burning here within ourselves. Now you see the complexity of vision through the imagery of poetic imagery. Of course, it requires dwelling. Our mental being is very precise, black and white. It wants to know, compare. But here it is all very luminous, hot, golden, and so on. Yeah, I will stop here. Because if I continue, we will be... The head is already spinning, in my case at least. Do you have spinning head? No? You're stronger than me.
We are just listening, right?
You're more immersed, I guess.
I am immersed with myself, yes. Everybody is somewhere left there to wait when he comes back from his dream. Yeah.
You're immersed in the vision and we are still trying to get hold of it. So.
You like the star carrying the galaxies.
But do you get this kind of the ecstatic, overwhelming presence of the spirit? Yeah, you get it. It's so bright. It is golden bright. I do not know who could do it better. That's what Aurobindo discovered. He discovered that there is a language possible to describe these higher experiences. And so he started to practice it and to put it into Savitri. That's what he did. He took this language and framed it in English and made Savitri out of it. Great. Okay, let's stop here. We are already over time.
Vladimir, Preetu was saying something. I am always faster, so I'll end up speaking the sentence before. I'm so sorry, Preetu. Please say whatever.
Yeah, Preetu, say. I didn't hear.
No, I was just saying that after listening to these classes, I get the best sleep. And I just hate it when somebody calls or somebody disturbs me. I'm like, please go away. I don't want to talk.
No,
or even if I have to walk.
There is some utility after all.
No, I think the best way is after this class, some of the words and the sounds and everything that you've spoken, I just tell my head to work on it in my dream so that I can really, anchor the luminosity more than the meaning. so that that's how I sleep after the class. And I used to think Monday is such a beautiful day because like whole Shiva energy and all of that. And so I'm like, okay, now I have to shift my head from Monday to Tuesday, and like
Tuesday's Mars
everything.
is a little bit different than Monday. Monday was Moon Day. Yeah.
Yeah, so Som, we could sleep with the Som. Now suddenly I'm having to work hard on kind of, okay, fine, this is going in my head. It's all slow and soft and nice. It isn't, because Tuesday has certain other energy.
Yeah, I agree totally with you. Maybe it's not a suitable place for this. Maybe we
Discuss.
should shift it to Monday or to
Anuradha, don't hate me. Anuradha is going to not like it.
or to Thursday even, or Mercury Day also. Buddha Vasara is good, or no Buddha Vasara is possible. Huh?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind Wednesday or Budhavasara, Guruvasara, Chinta Nasti.
Oh,
But Monday Kashtamasti. That's a Monday. I'm sorry, but
Thursday, I have another thing from 8
okay.
to 10. Yeah.
But yes, Wednesday also. Yeah, I will look into it and I will tell you next time if you don't mind. Yeah. But
Yeah, I am feeling extremely different, and I was wondering what is it that is making me feel different.
it's a
And I
different
just
day.
realized
It's
it's not
absolutely.
Monday. That's all.
I feel the same. I feel very different. Yeah. We of course we can adjust to Mars. Mars is also there. Yeah.
We had a direct channeling of Mars when I was in Ladakh from this, this healer teacher from Vietnam. He said, "Oh, there is Mars. Okay, I'm going to channel." And we all stood. Then we just took all the light, and then we all stayed up all night, looking at the stars and getting the Mars energy. So it's very different. I had never experienced such stark difference than today, to really understand how nakshatra and graha, everything is having so much power on us. You're teaching it and we are experiencing it. It's so amazing, Vladimir. We love you. In short, now we'll go and sleep and you'll work all day. Okay, Vladimir.
Yeah. Okay.
Vladimir, when are we getting back about the masters thing?
Yeah, I will be back to you. Somehow they are delaying. I do not know why. I've already sent reminders.
Indian.
Yeah, I want to have a confirmation from our university first. And then once I have a confirmation, one beep from their side, yes, then we go ahead and we do everything else. Okay?
Well, Vladimir, please tell me some things, because send it to me, because I just did an Auro class today. I did the mystery of sound.
You did a great work. I want to know, do you have this recorded? I want to listen to it.
Vladimir, it's not fun. My workshop, are participatory. You have to participate. You have to experience it there and then. Otherwise, I'm not talking.
Very good. And I want you to also join our group in this Faculties of Consciousness. We are doing it, if the whole research in this. It would be nice if you could do. And all of you, whoever is interested, of course, I can see already that we are already 1 foot there. Only the time-wise, we are organizing research in the faculties of consciousness, seeing, hearing, speaking, thinking, in the Vedic terms, in the Upanishadic terms, as the faculties. How to train them, how to educate them, and so on. It could be interesting.
So can we learn instead of teaching? Can we come and learn from you first?
Yeah, we are always learning. It's a constant learning process. It's a kind of self-learning with the material we have. We have a lot of material which is suggesting us to understand it. Yeah, we have to go deeper and to understand what it wants to say, and that is the learning process. And then something happens. You understand how you see, how you hear in a deeper sense, how consciousness functions behind. Seeing of our seeing, hearing of our hearing, that thing. Yeah? There's some kind of witness being is reappearing, re-emerging. Yeah?
Is that a group, Vladimir, you're talking about?
Yeah, we are talking about the research group.
What is the timing? Can you send us the details?
Yeah, it's a research group. It's not the class group. Yeah, It's a research group who want to. Aurelio is there, Farid on hearing. He has the whole section on hearing. He wants to create sound healing and so on and so forth. I think it would be, for Rashi, is immediately, I understand it fits totally true. And for others, for the word, I would invite Anuradha, how to use the word faculty, because I'm in charge of the word, and I would love to work with Anuradha, how to express the consciousness through speech. So everybody can find what to do, because everyone has something of
What
the
about the
kind.
eyes and art? I mean, like vision.
You are the vision, absolutely. Prito, I do not know. You have to decide who you are. Hearing, seeing, or touch. Only three. Hearing.
I think mine is more hearing. Hearing.
Hearing, yeah?
Hearing.
You feel that you're more hearing. Yeah, great. I know that I am more word and hearing than seeing and touch. I know it because, yeah.
But they in a way are
It's
connected,
hearing
right?
and
All of them.
hearing and smell.
Say it again.
Go ahead, Preetu.
I said hearing and sight for me is very strong. Like it in a good sense also, in a bad sense also. Like I get easily disturbed and I get easily elated. And these two are very powerful senses for me, sense of sight and sense of hearing.
Okay. For me also, when there is noisy environment, I can't function. This is the worst. Yeah, I know.
We did that, Vladimir, to find out what is the most noisy thing for me. I will share the recording with you for today's class. And to come to the sound, we had to go past the noise, right? Only then we could come to, and you will love the music I played, the 7 pieces of music. You will just totally love it. But what I was saying is that the woman who's in charge of all of this, she was talking to me to start some 3-month, 4-month long something, which is on a longer basis. So if you share with me your ideas on the master, I will push it with her, because it's possible, because she runs a sort of semi-independent kind of a
You
thing.
mean Kiranji? You're speaking about
Kiran, yes, yes. Yes, G, sorry, Kiran G, yes.
No, we call it like this because we want to be polite. And yeah, Kiran, I know she was here. I know her very well. She is the wife of
yes, I know.
Yes, Avadesh Singh. You knew Avadesh Singh. Yeah, we were all there. Yeah, so.
Yeah. So we should work on this, Masters. Vladimir, we have to do it soon, because India needs to awaken soon. You can't take so long, Vladimir.
Yeah, I will invite you to this meeting on the hearing, definitely. And I invite everyone when we make sections on seeing, on this, and we start sharing the material. So whoever of you is interested to participate in this, it's a research, yeah, which will turn to be the curriculum. Bindurana is with us. You know Bindurana, most probably. The Yedukomp, the director of Research Institute now, she created 75,000 schools of Yedukomp in India, all these millennium schools. She wrote 800 textbooks, 800 textbooks. Can you imagine? For all classes, for all subjects. Now she wants to make a curriculum on the faculties of consciousness, hearing, seeing, speaking. She creates a school. So we work with her, meet with her team also on regular basis, how to put it into curriculum, how to create the methodology, pedagogy, and all this. It's for the schools, but I'm thinking more about university, how to make it for the university. How to use our literature, Upanishads and the Vedas for the development of some kind of curriculum and studies. How to study consciousness in those terms. So I would like to share this with you more. Maybe next time we will decide. But I invite Anuradha for the word Sanskrit, and she will be making presentation on the word soon. Yeah, next time or something. And we will discuss these issues. how to enlarge the education of the capacity of the speech, how to become conscious in our articulation of the words, etymological, meaningful, syntactic, semantics. And seeing and hearing, you are most welcome. I do not know Rashmi, who is Rashmi, what she is doing, but in case she is interested, she is also welcome. Okay, all the best. I'm closing with a mantra. I cannot continue more. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santo Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om. Namaste.
Hari Om.